Hey everyone. A few years back, I moved to the US to work with UNICEF to go save the world. But it was also my first time in New York City, shopping in New York City. So after the excitement for shopping in New York City settled down, as much as a woman's excitement for shopping can settle down, I started being more observant of my own thoughts and my feelings as I was walking in and out of these physical stores and online stores. The first thought was, it seems like these clothes are more important than the people who are buying them. Second thought was, this is a great store, they make amazing clothes, but if I'm not able to find anything in this store that flatters my body, then there's definitely something wrong with my body. I've got to do something about it. I've got to do something to be worthy for these clothes. I would immediately internalize that the flaw lies within me. I would think, maybe I'm not good enough for these clothes. Or maybe I'm not good enough. In the last 3 years, I've spent more than 10,000 hours asking women about what were they feeling when they walked into these stores, online or offline. Why do they buy the clothes they buy? And I can tell you, I'm not alone in thinking some of these thoughts that I just mentioned to you. From all these conversations that I had with all these women, and from my research, what I learned is that girls, as babies, at the age of 2, start recognizing themselves in the mirror and start disliking parts of their body. At teenage, they start making relative perceptions about their body. So relative perceptions such as, my thighs are bigger than that of my friends, I have a tummy. And as young adults, these translate into serious insecurities such as, I'm fat and not good enough. I'm less than others. To the effect that women in this country get 13 negative thoughts about their body every single day. Think about that. That's like one negative thought every waking hour. And over that, 6 on 10 girls in this country are not choosing to do something because they feel they don't look good enough. I'll let that sink in for a few seconds. So how they look doesn't matter, because it's how they think they look that's the problem. And so what's our solution? I'll talk about our solution, but before that, I'll also share a personal story. When I was in 4th grade, I suffered from a severe inferiority complex, which led to severe stammering. I'm almost still stammering. But that happened because I moved from a small town in India to a big city with sophisticated people. People that I thought were more sophisticated than me. Why did I have an inferiority complex? Because I could not talk fluent English like my other friends. I struggled for 8 years to really overcome my insecurity and my mental barrier, which basically led me to believe that I'm less than others. Everything academics I used to excel at because books is all that I could talk to or turn to. But then I decided to chase my fear, stop and face it every single day. I made sure that I addressed large groups of people. I made sure that I videotaped myself to see where I'm going wrong, what I can improve. Fortunately, I had a great set of friends, school, and teachers who helped me in all of this. But really what helped at the end of this whole process was really conditioning my mind to feel beautiful, and hence confident. What I did do a lot was to dress to feel my best. And somehow that feeling of looking and feeling your best is a game changer. Overcoming my mental barrier has been one of my biggest achievements in life. The empowerment that it has led me to now helped me to an insight that I hope is going to change the lives of a lot of young women. So I present to you my ideas that will solve this problem. The idea is to use emotional intelligence in how we consume and buy clothes. Now, with these thousands of conversations that I had with women about what they were thinking and feeling, what I learned is that majority women were looking for clothes, were looking for specific types of clothes that would subconsciously or consciously address their insecurities. More than 95% women told that they were looking for clothes that would accentuate certain parts of their body that they're most comfortable with and hide certain parts of their body that they're not most comfortable with. That was my light bulb moment, where I asked myself, if women are buying clothes based on their perceptions, then why is no one trying to understand those perceptions first before selling them anything? Isn't it very obvious that they are going to buy clothes? If they are making their purchase decisions based on these perceptions, then that's what needs to be understood. I'll give you an example. My friend Karina, she's 5'4" in height, but her perception is she's short. Now, the thing about perceptions also is that sometimes they have nothing to do with facts. It's just a precondition that you've grown up with for so many years. And so her second perception is that long dresses, maxi dresses, make her look short and stout. So when she walks into stores and has maxi dresses around, she's totally avoiding them. There's no way she's going to buy them because that's her perception, period. And then what I found is what I call a breakthrough, where I understood that there is a science to dress a woman that is going to flatter her body. Celebrities use it. Hollywood uses it. Makeover shows use it. There is a before and after, isn't it? Haven't we seen some of these situations where the same woman is looking different? And let's get to our example, Michelle Obama. She has beautiful broad shoulders, but you will always notice that her stylists do a great job at giving her necklines, cuts, colors, fabrics that always create a perfect balance between her upper body and her lower body, to always make her look proportionate. I mean, well, yes, she was the first lady, and she had this team of stylists that would do a great job of always making sure that she's wearing clothes that would flatter her. And that's when I put this thought and the other thought together, that what if we built something that first understood a woman's perceptions about her body, and then used the not-so-secret science of dressing her that will necessarily flatter her body. That's what we are calling emotional intelligence applied to how you're buying and consuming clothes. And I've implemented this idea. So I'm the founder of a company called Lily that uses emotional intelligence along with artificial intelligence to do two things. One, it understands people in as much depth as possible, so their emotions, perceptions, psychology, and aspirations about their body. And on the other hand, it understands products in a lot of depth. So we understand more than 1,000 attributes about every single item of clothing on Lily, so that our matching algorithms can do a great job at recommending clothes that will necessarily flatter your body and also satisfy your perceptions. And then this is how we understand products in detail, so that we can do the matching to figure out how it will flatter their body. Now, the beauty of something like this is also the fact that on Lily, when a product is recommended to a user, Lily makes sure that she makes the user understand how it flatters their body, helping them find clothes that will look good on them. But then there is this other side to it, which is to help them understand how it makes them look their best. So one is like the logical aspect, the science, the very straightforward, objective logic of how it flatters their body. But the other aspect is to just ingrain positivity in their mindset every single day, so that they can understand what works for them, and that leads to how they think about themselves. I mean, to the effect that our users, the conversion rate for online stores typically is 1%. And the conversion rate for our product is 38%, which is 1 in 3 Lily users has already bought from their favorite stores on Lily. But the bigger thing that our users report is that it's almost becoming a habit for them to look for clothes on Lily, because it not just recommends good clothes, but also it's a fun aspect of learning how it flatters their body so that they feel good about what they are buying and wearing. I do want to go back to the thought that I started this conversation with. It doesn't matter how the woman actually looks, because it's all about how she thinks she looks. While emotional intelligence can be one of the best steps to actually solve this problem, but what tops it all is the fact that we change our societies in the way that we raise our young girls. It's this change in mindset that can lead to exponential growth with body positivity. Because it's about the society. It's about how much they give weightage to the physical appearance of a girl than who she is. And we need to do a great job of focusing on the right assets for that each user, that each woman, so that she can focus on what works for her, than focusing on or getting the unnecessary social cues and fretting about other things that don't matter. The good news is that there is a movement that has started in the world that is urging women to embrace their beautiful bodies, their emotions, perceptions, and be the best version of themselves. I believe emotional intelligence is going to play a key role in changing the world by helping women be the best version of themselves by looking and feeling their best. Thank you.